few things in just a moment. Make sure everything's set up nicely. Let's swap over to here. That all looks okay. Yes. We'll go and introduce the characters once Kayla stops talking, because she's about to probably say something extremely inappropriate at the most inopportune time the moment I undeafen. Just watch. See, that was again perfect timing, because the moment I undeafened, Kayla, you said, "I've got Sir Conrad here," and pointed to your crotch. That was perfect timing for me to undeafen. Anyway, before we get started, I am going to go ahead and just make one simple announcement that, as of last week, as of this week, because of events that happened last week, we are permanently down one player. Unfortunately, Diana Talar, after situations arose, the decision was made amongst all the players and myself to remove her from the D&D game. So we're not going to go into details with that, but that has happened. We are going to continue as normal for this session. In this session only, I am going to autopilot Talar, because, well, Talar is kind of needed for the for this upcoming fight. But after that, well, it's just going to be that. We're going to be playing like normal. So I'm going to shift us all over to here. Once it loads, of course. You guys should know, if everyone is on the, David, we're missing you on the Roll20. Cliff is here. Go ahead and ping you to there, so everyone should be able to see that. Nope, everyone else is on. Oh, you guys haven't. I don't think people have been able to hear you, actually, because for some stupid reason it's not pinging up.
So my faux pas earlier is fine?
Your faux pas earlier is fine for one.
Hooray,
like, you're
for
lucky. You're lucky this time. Hooray for technical difficulties, yes. So we'll just wait for David to get into the Roll20, and once you hear David, we will get the game rolling.
Yeah, Roll20 is not working for me.
Is it not? Have you tried a different browser?
I can do.
There we go. That looks nice. Perfect.
Oh.
Okay, no, I was about to say, I think Evelyn's just sitting still, because I thought Evelyn had frozen for a second there, but no, you were just sitting extremely still. No, I'm not going to do that. I need to shift all my stuff out the way of my screen so I can actually see what the fuck is going on.
So are you gonna actually put in battle music in post, or do I need to like clip this whole section of combat and put roundabout?
No, you don't need to put roundabout. I want to put in battle music and stuff like that in post, but the issue that I've had so far is every time I've had battle music and stuff like that, I've been hit by the copyright claim. It's not actually done anything negative to the channel. It's just the fact that, you know, like, if it were to get monetized and shit like that, then the monetization would go to the copyright holder and not us. So
copyright deadlock.
Yeah.
Just deliberately put loads of copyrighted shit, then they can't monetize it because they're copywriting each other. So Celine Dion, let's.
No, I mean, it doesn't. YouTube doesn't work like that. It
does. It actually does.
I have to step away. Hang on.
Yeah, go for it, Kel. No, because if you have two copyrights, any ad that is played, like, so unless I was playing two copyrighted songs on top of one another, then it would cancel. It would mess up. But if we go from one track to the other, it would just mean that any ads that are played during that specific time frame of the YouTube video the monetization would go to the copyright holder, and then the next
If-
time frame would go to the other copyright holder.
If that has changed, it's an extremely recent change because not too long ago, only one person can claim, and they claim for the entire video. They'll tell you which bit was their copyright, but they can put ads on and claim ads for the whole video. But two companies can't do that at once, so they cancel each other out, if you know what I mean.
Weird.
Yeah,
Okay,
so you
David,
kinda
I
have to-
see you're in the Roll20 now. Is everything working?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I think so.
Right, cool. And now we just need to wait for Kayla to come back, since she's decided to take the perfect opportunity to go AFK. No subtle dig whatsoever. I think she's taking the dog out.
Roll20 does seem a little slower in Firefox and Chrome.
That's because Firefox sucks.
I always run it in Chrome. It seems to work best in Chrome.
Yeah, from what I can tell, it always works a lot better in Chrome than anything else. Come on, Kayla. I think she's letting the dog out for the toilet. So what we'll go ahead and do just now is if everyone could go ahead and roll me initiative, we'll get that set up, and then we'll wait for Kayla to come back. We'll roll her initiative, and then we'll get started.
Yay! 5.
Right, and then click off of that, and we'll go to here, and what's their dex? That's that. Nice, I like that. That is in total that and that. Okay, so going from top to bottom, Victorless, what is your Kayla, go ahead and roll me initiative. Victorless, what was your initiative?
5.
5. Neftari, what was your initiative? Do it again. 12.
I just said blah.
12. Cool. Temple, what was your initiative?
70.
70.
No, just 7.
7. Carolina, go ahead and roll me initiative, and then I need to go and roll initiative for Talar. She doesn't have a modifier. Cool, perfect. I mean, it makes perfect sense. Yeah, you're not troll. You're not troll. There you go, much better. Carolina rolled a 17, and I need to add Talar.
I just had to run down 4 flights of stairs to go let my husband in, okay?
Okie doke.
My brain's a little fucked at the moment.
Right, cool. So, we sort out the initiative. Looks good. Everyone's here and ready to go. So, before we begin, take a quick look at your battle map. Victorless, for you, from your initiative, from your perception of 20 before your natural 20 before we ended 2 weeks ago. We're not going to go into a recap because we are running 13 minutes late at the moment, so we're going to get started straight away. But you guys essentially chased down what was what you'd assumed to be the werewolf rumor that you had heard, down to its lair, where you attempted to set out a snake trap, which Neftari then went to munch on with his wolfish tendencies remaining from his transformation. You heard some deep guttural growling from behind you guys, and on your natural 20, on your perception check, you, Victorless, can see you have a big gribbly boy, quadrupedal, white, demonic-looking wolf-like creature behind you with a very long tail with large kind of vermilion spikes protruding out of it, large gaping maw with kind of piercing yellow razor-sharp teeth with glaring blood-red eyes. See 2 of them, and in the darkness you can see what looks to be some kind of bull-like demonic figure. Large, bipedal with digitigrade legs, 2 large black horns protruding from its skull, and what looks to be some kind of demonic greatsword in their hands from what you can see at the moment. Going at the top of the initiative round, because you guys were surprised in combat last time, the big boys, the big gribbly boys, go first. So, Victorless, up at point blank range. Let's see what these guys can do. Cool. Does a 24 hit you, Victorless?
Yeah.
24 hits. Oof. For 4, 9, 15, 24 points of piercing damage. Yep. And does a... Oof, that's not that good. Does a 13 hit your armor class?
No.
Oh, okay. So the as you turn around, caught completely unaware by these demonic figures kind of managing to sneak their way up behind you, you turn around as a large stinger-like tail comes lunging at you. You manage to dodge out of the way as the tail embeds into the tree and rips a large chunk out of it. But as you kind of glance up and take a quick look around at your situation, you bring your arm up as this large demonic wolf-like creature managed to latch its maw around your wrist, sinking its teeth deep into your buckler, bursting through the armor, doing quite a bit of damage to your arm, but not significant. I would also now like to go ahead and roll me a con save. Actually, no. Sorry. No. I cancelled that. Wrong. I read the wrong thing there. Next, we move on to the second big dribbly one. This one's going to move 5, 10, 15 feet to here. It's actually going to strike at Talar. So it's going to be, for the first one, that's a 4. So, I mean, unless Talar has 11 AC, no. So that doesn't hit. And the second, that's a 2. So, nope. The Talar kind of glances over to you, Victorless, and sees you under attack, and then hears this creature approach her from the side. Manages to duck out the way of its stinger, and then kind of push back a couple of feet and watch as the creature gnashes out at her where she was inhabiting just a few moments before. Move down to the other boys now. These guys move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, dash 5, 10, 15, 20 to here. This one's going to move 5, 10, 15, 28, 25, 30 to here. And out from the darkness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This third one is going to move over to here. There's actually 3 of them. The second one down at the bottom there, Carolina, is going to make 2 attacks against you. That's a 10. Does a 10 hit your AC? You're muted, Kayla, I think.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it doesn't
there you go.
hit.
Thank you. And
My AC's low, but not that low.
Oh, that's not in the dice tray. That's a natural 20. I mean, oh fuck, Kayla, I'm so sorry.
Watch this wizard die again.
Right, so that is 6, 8, 14, 16, 20 points of slashing damage as you watch as the creature kind of lurches out from behind one of the trees towards you, lunges towards you with its muzzle, trying to actually take a chunk out of you with a bite. Missing that, it kind of swings around and brings its greatsword and manages to take a large slash across your clavicle, doing quite a bit of damage to you.
Okay.
With that is the end of the surprise round. Move back up to the big guys. You guys aren't able to use any actions or act on the first round of initiative as you're surprised. So we move to the top of the initiative order, and we move on from there. So it moves back onto the big gribbly boys. We're going to bring up their stat block, and the first one is going to again attack at you, Victorless. That would be a 21 to hit.
Hits.
Hit. And what's that? That is an 18 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Oh, just misses. Cool. So again, its tail kind of lashes out to you, manage to duck out the way. Another large chunk of the tree just behind you gets like ripped out, the bark and splinters of the wood flying away. You take 2, 4, Christ, 5, fuck's sake, 5, 12, 16 points of piercing damage as it manages to it hunches down on its front legs and gnashes out at your ankles, managing to pierce through the armor at your shin, managing to break the skin but not doing too much. The top one is going to strike out at Talar once again. That 17, so a natural 17, so that's hit. And that's a natural 1, so the second one isn't going to hit. God damn it. So let's see. Talar takes 7. 16. 26. 26. 35. Talar takes 39 points of slashing damage. Piercing damage, as the other quadruped manages to gnash into one of her wings. You actually see as it tears away, large tears from the teeth ripping down the membrane-like structure of her wing, tearing large chunks of the membrane away, before it kind of hunches down and kind of like a scorpion would kind of lunges over with its pincer. She manages to duck away before the pincer strikes into the tree just behind her. The creature actually not able to remove its pincer from the tree. It's going to have to use one of its multi-attacks next round to unrestrain itself. And with those two out of the way, Coralina, it's your turn in initiative. What would you like to do?
All right, can Cliff move ahead of me?
If you would like Cliff to go ahead of you, then you may go ahead and get
That would be so. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move slightly.
Sorry, you keep cutting out, by the way.
Okay, so let me just move closer then, as usual. I'm moving slightly over to the right, using 5 feet of movement. I would like Cliff to move to approximately where I was, about like right here.
He moves 5, 10 feet to there.
All right, we're doing crowd control. I would like Cliff to punch this tree.
Okay.
I would like him to attempt to fell this tree.
Attempt to fell the tree. Okay. Yeah, he manages to do so. Let's see how much damage he does to the tree. 2, 5.
He is a siege monster.
I am well aware of that. 5, 13,
Yes,
13, 19 plus 5 is 24. He manages to take a large chunk out of the tree. You will watch as it kind of tips and lists over to one side before kind of clunks down back onto where Cliff has taken a large chunk out of it. Probably the next round, like the next strike against it, would probably cause the tree to collapse.
So it's a work in progress.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then I'm gonna attempt some crowd control on my own.
Okay.
I am going to tidal wave.
Tidal wave, of course. What level are you casting that at?
We'll just go 3rd level for right now.
3rd level tidal wave. For 48 on a dex save. Cool. Are you just doing? Which way are you doing your tidal wave?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to sweep it out where you had it pointed. I'm trying to sweep them away from myself and Vic.
Like you want to do it like that, like there, because that would connect with the creatures, but not hit you or Cliff.
Yes, I'm learning my friendly fire.
Cool.
Thank you.
So let's see. 30 feet long, 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall. Each creature in that area must make a dex saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 48 bludgeoning damage. Is not prone. Successful. Half as much damage is not prone. The water spreads out across the ground in all directions, extinguishing unprotected flames in the area within 30 feet of it, and then vanishes. Cool. So, dex saves for 2 of these gribbly boys and 1 of the big gribbly boys. The first one rolls a natural 18 with a +4, so the big gribbly boy actually saves. The 2 smaller ones, that is a 12, that does not save. That's a 15. Neither of them save, so they're not knocked away from you, but the smaller boys, they are broke back as they are knocked prone. Go ahead and roll me 4d8 of damage, please.
All right, 48 damage.
Oof, ouch, 8 points of damage. So this one here is number 1. It takes
Turns out she's better at one-on-one combat. Who knew?
8. 4. So it's dropped down to that much health. This one is 1 and 2, right? Yeah, 1 and 2. These both take 8 points of damage. It drops down to that much health and that much health, and they are both knocked prone.
All right. Because I am reliably in the middle of a kill the wizard sandwich. Can I Misty Step as a bonus action? Or no, it's my bonus action to command, isn't it?
Yes, I believe it is. Let me double check. Conjure Elemental. No, no. Yeah, no, you can. It obeys any verbal commands that you issue to it. No action required by you. So it's a free action. It's free action for you to command your elemental. So you can still miss a step with your bonus action.
Okay.
Like.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna get the fuck out of there. And that's what it was. Sorry, I'm making sure I don't. Step. It's up to 30 feet away.
Up to 30 feet away. Yeah, somewhere that you can see as well.
All right. Let's. About there. I'm sorry, Vic. Kick his ass.
Yeah, so essentially, Vitalis, you watch as Carolina kind of walks up to you, like walks closer to you, Cliff following close behind, and rips a large chunk of the tree that you're currently just stood next to. The quadruped managing to dig its stinger into twice before there's a large torrent of water that rushes over the 3 creatures before you. 2 of them get knocked on their ass, but the quadruped manages to dig its paws down into the ground and manages to stay standing before Carolina just turns on the spot and with a plume of mist just disappears 30 feet away. And is that the end of your turn, Carolina?
Yes, that will be.
Perfect. Neftari, it's your turn in initiative.
Okay, this thing hasn't actually hit me yet, has it?
No, it dashed to get close to you.
Am I prone? So I was on all fours eating the steak?
No, we'll say that, like, even though you were surprised, I'll say that after everything happened initially, you would have had a free action of getting back up as everything had happened.
Did you get to keep the steak, though?
The steak is on the ground.
Oh, well, I was going to assume the steak is still in my mouth. And
I mean,
looking
I'm
at
not.
it.
I'm not
Steak
sure if
one.
you'd just be like and a steak dribbling from your mouth as you know a large demonic-looking creature approached you menacingly. I don't think you would just be like and tilt
Yeah,
your
I'm
head
just
at it as it
looking at it.
approached. I think you would drop the steak and prepare to defend yourself. But that's
I'm
just
not sure
me,
it
of
would.
course.
I mean, it's a steak. I think he's going to be growling at this guy because he thinks that the guy's going to take his steak.
Okay.
Sometimes Corraleda's so right.
Mm-hmm. Is that all you're going to do, Nithari? Just going to growl at this gribbly boy that just approached you and warn him
Actually
off away?
attack me. Has he drawn back his weapon? Does it look like he's going to actually attack me? Or...
Yeah, he has a very large greatsword in his hand, and it looks pissed. It looks like it is about to try and cut you in two.
He's disturbed me in the middle of a meal. I'm going to let him have it then.
So what do you want to do?
Sixth level sunbeam.
6th level Sunbeam. Okay, just be aware that because Sunbeam is a ranged spell attack, because he is in melee range, he will have advantage on the saving throw because it's essentially a range attack in melee range.
Try to take a couple of steps back then.
He will potentially provoke an attack of opportunity as well doing that. It's been a couple of weeks, guys. The rust will wear off soon.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I can't really see what's going on with the rest of the party because there's a massive tree in the way.
Yep, that is very true, because line of sight. I wonder, can I do this? I wonder if I click over here. What's the thing for, is it Control L? No, it's not that. It is Control L, but it's only on my screen, so on my DM screen, so.
I want to step back towards the cave a little.
Yeah, he's managed. Okay, and hold right there. As he swings out, that's a natural 20 on a opportunity attack. With his greatsword, you take, let's see, 5, 6, 12, 15, 19 points of slashing damage as you take a step out, you try and dash away from this bipedal demonic creature, and it manages to catch you across the back as you kind of you turn your back to it. It catches you across the back with his greatsword before you turn back to face it, preparing your spell.
I'm gonna let him have it full in the face. The sunbeam.
One moment. No, is the answer to that, Kayla. Yeah. So Sunbeam at 6th level. Go ahead and roll me 6d8 damage, and I will go ahead and roll this guy's con save. What is the con? What is his con here? Ooh, +5 for 26 points of damage. Not bad, actually. Ooh. That is a 19. What is your DC? It's 15, so he saves. It's half as much damage and isn't blinded. And what type of damage is this? This is radiant damage. So he takes 13 points, dropping him down to that much health. As you kind of as the creature is bringing its greatsword back up and kind of resting the blade on the flat of the blade on its shoulder, it glances down and looks to the large globe of kind of bright white yellow light being emitted from your hand. As you raise your hand towards it to cast your sunbeam towards it, you glance at the last moment as this creature kind of brings its arm up to its face, managing to shield its eyes from the sunbeam. Some patches of kind of a grey reddish burn on the top half of its body, but doesn't seem to be too badly affected by your sunbeam.
I use my bonus action. I think I've got a healing spell.
You do. You've got Healing Word as a bonus action.
Cast it at first level for now on Talar took a massive amount of damage and so did Vic.
That is very true. And you do have line of sight on both of them, so...
Yeah, second level on Talar.
Second level on Talar. That will be two...
Then again, I can still move next to Talar, can't I?
You can, yes. You've got the rest of your movement.
Oh, no, the other one's not bonus action, is it?
Is not as an action for was it Cure Wounds? Yeah, Cure Wounds.
Sorry, it's 60-foot range anyway. I bet do it on Vic because Talar can heal herself.
Vic, alright, so go ahead and roll me 2d4 plus 2 for your Healing Word. And so, Vic, you regenerate 8 HP.
Thank you.
And you doing anything else? That's sorry?
No, that's bonus action and action both.
You've got the rest of your movement to use if you want to. You've got 25 feet of movement.
Okay, I shall. Can I use my movement to try and climb the tree away from these guys?
You would have to roll an acrobatics check or athletics check to attempt that. No, as you kind of like, as you like, kind of jump up and manage to grab onto the first branch and begin hoisting yourself up to the tree. All you hear is a very sudden as the branch you're holding onto snaps. You fall back, and with a dull thud, you fall and land on your broke back. You're prone. With that, unfortunately, moves on to the bipedal boys' turns. The first one's going to spend half of its movement getting up, and so is the second one actually. So they've only got 15 feet of movement left. Let's see here. I'm going to add Cliff to the initiative here because I need to track his HP here. Because the first one is going to attack Cliff twice. First one with a bite, second one with a great sword. Let me double check. And oh, I didn't know I could do that. Good to know. I need to like properly read these stat blocks as I'm going through these. But the first attack is an 11 plus 7. That's an 18. That hits. And the second attack is a natural 20 on Cliff. But these are non-magical attacks, so Cliff has resistance to these attacks. So Cliff.
It's okay, I got a backup plan in case Cliff bites it.
Cliff takes 8 plus 4, 12. 15, 16, 24, half that is 12. Cliff takes 12 points of damage, dropping him down to 168 HP. As the first bipedal manages to swing and strike at Cliff with a strike of its greatsword, and then, quite strangely, it actually manages to take a very small chunk out of him with a bite attack. As he's mostly made of rock and dirt, the creature manages to take out a small chunk from Cliff. The second one is going to use its bonus action to move 5, 10 feet to there, towards you, Carolina, and is going to make 2 attacks against you.
Okay.
The first one's a 14. Yes, 14 to hit.
Can I panic and shield?
You can panic and shield if that would hit. Then yes, you can panic and shield and increase your AC by 5 until the start of your next turn. So I'm assuming that means that the attack no longer hits.
Yes.
Cool. So what's your AC now?
16.
16. Cool. And the next attack is a unnatural 20 to hit. So that will still hit you for 2d6 plus. So that's 2, 6, 10 points of slashing damage as as it kind of lunges out to you with its bite, and as you glance over from stepping out from your misty step, you see this creature take a couple of strides towards you and lunge at you with its maw. You reactively cast shield, and there's a kind of faint magical barrier that surrounds your form, almost like essentially a shield, hence the name. The teeth sink into the barrier and just about break the skin on your arm as you kind of reactively bring your arm up to defend yourself before it's stopped and repelled. But as it repels backward, the creature swipes out with its greatsword, managing to just catch you on the shoulder, dealing the damage to you. The third one at the top here is going to move 5 feet to here and is going to attack you twice. Neftari, both attacks with advantage since you are prone. The first one is a 14 plus 7. That's a 21 to hit on the first attack. Room.
Hit.
Yeah, that's 6 points of piercing damage. And the second attack, that's a natural 1, and that is a 23 to hit. So that will be 3, 5 plus 4, that's 9 points of slashing damage. I need to click it, don't I? Yeah. No. Okay. And with that, move on to the next in initiative order. That would be Temple. Temple, it's your turn in initiative. What are you going to do?
There's like, you know when there's like 40 things you want to do all at once?
Yeah.
You've only got one action. Can we have the rules changed so that I can do like all the things?
No.
Okay.
I mean, there's no harm in asking, right? But
Temple's got like 99 problems, and Smite's gonna fix most of them.
That's actually very true.
Not in this case, not yet. I don't know. Tricky spot.
Very
tricky spot we're in here. Do I attack the big doggies or the long doggies? Do I protect small friend, dragon friend, hairy friend, or moody friend? I've spent way longer than 6 seconds thinking about this.
Say all this out.
Temple says everything out loud.
Of course.
I was going to cast Shield of Faith on Victoralis because he's in a tricky spot, but I can just see out the corner of my eye. Classic Neftari. It's got him into a classic Neftari scrape. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast a Shield of Faith on Hairy Boy. That's Neftari.
Yep, concentration on
Why
10
am I
minutes.
moody? I'm insulted.
Onto Neftari.
Brooding.
You're the Final Fantasy character of group and protagonist.
Alright, we'll put a little blue dot onto Neftari as you cast your Shield of Faith. Neftari, your AC is now currently at a +2.
Is that this last one now?
Awesome. And I'm going to do that thing that always, without exception, every time I try it, fail and do something other than Divine Smite. God help us all.
Yeah, I'm concerned as well.
If it works, it'll be great. Probably. I'm going to ask really nicely, nah. I'm going to cast a 4th level command and tell the 4 northernmost boys to halt, which should prevent them doing their next action if they fail the wisdom saving.
Right. So I'm assuming you're meaning 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes. They are all within 60 feet. They need to succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, now I need to ask this very specific question. How are you saying this? What language are you saying this in?
It's an interesting question for you to ask there. I'm going to do something else.
No. You've already said that. You're already casting it. So, no, we're not going back on it. What language are you saying that in?
Let me just check.
Because if you read the spell has no effect if the target is undead, if it doesn't understand your language, or if your command is directly harmful to it. So
Temple,
if you
after having channeled the divine energy, goes shit.
That's what you need to read your spells before you cast them.
Well, I've already farted out this divine energy. I might as well just shoot it over in common. Then at least my party will know I've tried. It's far celestial, and they don't look like godly beings to me. Help us, Sir Barkley. Cliff, just no!
Imagine Temple stood there, looks around, scratches his chin for a minute, then just goes, HALT!
Hey, I might shout loud enough that I might even distract one of the
Right, so it's a wisdom... Oh, rip, Kayla, that's unfortunate. So it's a wisdom save DC 14. Let's see, what is their wisdom? Oh, it's shit. Fails. And fails! Oh, wait, nope, actually, no. First one fails. Second one still fails, because they have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. As you command these individuals to just halt, to stop what they're doing, not move and take no actions. A flying creature stays aloft, provided it's able to do so. If it must move to stay aloft, it flies the minimum distance needed to remain in the air, quote unquote. The one towering over Neth'Tari and the one towering over Coralina, they both just kind of, like, as they've got their great swords in their hands, it's like a calming emotion, like, goes over their face as they just slowly lower their great swords to the ground, looking a little bit confused as they are commanded to halt. The quadrupeds do nothing. They don't understand common.
May I use my movement? Can I get to position flanking the creature above Neth'Tari?
You can most certainly try. Yeah, no, you could easily do that.
19 seal Melbourne tickets.
Try it. There.
Yeah, no, you could easily do that. So you move into a flanking position.
Whee! Friend.
And is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Weird looking.
All right, cool. With that, Victorless, it's your turn on initiative.
Holy mother!
Yeah, lots happened since you're out. This is your first time in initiative, and a lot has happened.
Okay, I'm gonna cast 3rd level Wind Wall.
Wind Wall, 3rd level. Let's take a look.
Bosh.
Wind Wall. A strong wall of wind rises from the ground to a point you choose from the range. You can get the wall up to 50 feet long, 15 feet high, and 1 foot thick. You can shape the wall in any way you choose, so long as it makes one continuous path along the ground. The wall lasts for the duration. When the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a strength saving throw. Creature takes 3d8 bludgeoning damage on a failed save, or half as much on damage on a successful one. So go ahead and just roll me 3d8 just now. Strong wind keeps fog, smoke, and other gases at bay. Small or smaller flying creatures or objects can't pass through the wall. Loose lightweight materials brought into the wall fly upwards. Arrows, bolts, and other ordinary projectiles launched at targets behind the wall are deflected upwards and automatically miss. Boulders hurled by giants or siege engines and go away. Discord. And similar projectiles are unaffected. Creature in gaseous form cast pant through it. Cast pant through it. Can't. Yes, I said that right.
Can't pass through it.
Can't pass through it. I actually said that right. I thought for a second there, I was like, wait, pant cast? Yeah, I did say pant cast. I'm an idiot.
Just hearing all that, I can just imagine a drunk beholder just reading out of a spellbook.
So, where are you wanting this wind wall to go? So we go and pop, just like that. You can go. Cool. So all of them need to make saving throws. What was it? Strength saving throws?
14.
Wisdom saving.
Yeah, strength save of 14.
Oh wait, I clicked the wrong thing. Yeah, strength save of 14. Cool. So we'll go with the 2 small boys first. Strength save 14. That's my D20 on the floor. Fuck, where is it? Damn it, this is why you should always...
It was probably a natural one anyway.
No, it wasn't. I rolled a 14 initially, and I now can't find... I don't know where my D20 is gone. Fuck! Yeah, it's gone. Right, emergency! Grab a little cup of dice.
Fucking intervene.
Wait, what?
Did Nate roll just divine intervention?
No, because
intervention.
No, because I've got a glass of spare dice, so there's no divine. That was a natural 20. Yeah, I like this die already. So the first small boy doesn't succeed. The second small boy rolls a 17 and a 15, so saves. The first big one that is right in front of you has a +4. That's a 7. Oh, wait, hold on. It doesn't make a advantage, does it? No. So first roll was a 17, so it saves, and the second one rolls a 5, so it fails. It doesn't get knocked prone or anything like that. No.
No, it just battered
battered by it. So okay. So the number 2 here takes a full 11 points of damage, drops it down to that much health. That'd be 5 points of damage to this one, 5 points of damage to 1 and 2. So drops it down to that and that. It's fortunate. I'll need my notebook here in a second. I'm pretty sure. Okay, cool. That has all been applied. That was your action. Yes, action. So you've got your bonus action and your movement if you would like to use it at all.
No, I think I'm just going to immediately drop concentration on that wind wall and end my turn.
Okay, so you've just sprung up this wind wall and then are immediately dismissing it, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, shit. I just drew an extra line. I didn't mean to. Let's delete that and delete that. There we go. Right, cool. And you end your turn. With that, we move on to Talar's turn in initiative. Talar is going to... Seeing how strong these creatures are, can't see that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Seventh level. Let's see. Cool. Right. So they all need to make charisma saving throws at DC 18. So these two roll 2 and a 3, fails. This one rolls a 12 5 fails. Fuck. This one rolls a natural 20, saves. That one rolls a unnatural 20. Wait, no. No, sorry, rolls an 18. Is that? Makes a save. All right, cool. Damn. So you all watch as Talar kind of waves her hand over the like over the area just in front of her, pointing at each of the 4 individuals that each of the 4 creatures she can see. This big gribbly boy, this small one, this big gribbly one, and this small one that she can see in her line of sight. And as she kind of reaches out and with a snap of her fingers, you watch as with 2 faint pops, pop and bop, just the 2 small gribbly boys are banished. The 2 big ones unfortunately made their saves, but the 2 small ones, they are banished for the time being. You don't know if they will ever return. That was her action. Let's see what else she can do with her bonus action. So we'll expend that spell slot. Talar is going to expend a 4th level spell slot, aiming towards Neth'Tari. Wait, actually, can she see Neth'Tari? Let's take a look. Yeah, just see him. She's going to cast a healing word on Neth'Tari. That would be 3, 6, 8, 10, 14 points of healing towards you, Neth'Tari.
Fuck you.
And is then going to hold position, because if she provokes an attack of opportunity, she may lose concentration and bring those 2 smaller gribbly boys back. With that will end her turn.
That was 14 heal.
14 points of healing, yes. We're going to go here. I need to apply this, that, and what was that? Up to there. At the end of Talar's turn, you guys hear what sounds to be 2 different pitches of howling coming from your immediate west, as from out of the caves 2 werewolves step out, making their presence known. Growling and snarling, they kind of glance over each and every one of you, including the demonic creatures. And they enter the fray as they roll their initiative.
I've got a good feeling about these guys.
We love werewolves.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll that and bop, sort. There we go. That's them added to the initiative order. At the top of the round, we go to the quadrupeds. The first one that is immediately before you, Victorious, is going to attack you twice. Let's see what happens. That's a 26 to hit on the first one.
Yep.
That's 3, 5, 6. Damn it. 13, 17 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And the second attack is a... Oh, that was so close. That's a 12 to hit. It was teetering on 18, then rolled over to 5, so that's going to miss, motherfucker.
Oh, damn it.
As yeah, absolutely a shame. As it manages to bite at you once again, taking sinking its teeth deep into your upper bicep of your offhand, as as it manages to bite at you, its tail stinger managing to lunge towards you. You kind of duck your head out of the way as the tail sting kind of embeds into the tree just behind you, taking more chunks out of it as your head just vacated the area where the stinger struck. The second one uses one of its attacks to remove its stinger from the tree after Talar dodged the attack, and is then going to use its stinger to try and attack Talar. Ooh, that's an 8 plus 7. That's what, 15? 15 misses as Talar manages to dodge out of the way, trying to ensuring to maintain concentration on her banishment spell. Let me just quickly reread banishment here because I want to double check something. Plane of existence you're on with the faint popping sound, turn to its own plane of spell. And it's up to 1 minute. Cool. Good to know. Let me just banishment. Keep an eye on the amount of rounds that these guys have been banished for. With that, the end of their turn moves on to Coralina. It's your turn in initiative. Go for it. The bipedal creature that tried to bite you, that you shielded and managed to strike you across the shoulder with its great sword, just popped out of existence as you kind of look over to Talar, recognizing her banishment spell.
Okay. Let's here. So it's 30 feet here. So I've got 5 feet in between myself and quadruped here. That does not provoke an attack of opportunity, does it? If I pass by him to go 30 feet, I've still got 5 feet.
Let's find out. It might. Go ahead and roll me. Actually, no. Let me take a look at your passive. Your passive's 25. You looking at the size of this tail that's on these quadrupeds, you could say that stinger could probably strike out to 15 feet.
All right, that's fine. I will use a 3rd level spell slot because I'm out of 2nd level spell slots to.
Yeah, what are you casting?
I'm going to Misty Step or to Vic because I need to get him out.
Go for
Pop
it.
to here.
So pop.
Offer out my hand. I'm gonna need you to consent, like now, please.
Wipe the blood from my eyes and just go, yep.
All right, consent is giving. Are you thunderstepping?
Thunderstepping.
And what level is that
at? It's typically a 3rd level spell, but for shenanigans, let's go 5th.
Wait, hold on. I need to. Because I'm just. Have you updated your character sheet recently at all?
I'm keeping track.
No, it's not. I'm not looking at spell slots. I'm looking at your prepared spells, and Thunderstep isn't there on my screen.
It's not.
No, on my screen, your Thunderstep isn't prepped.
It's not. Okay, that's fine.
So I'm
just go
afraid you can't
Dimension
do
Door
that.
then.
Dimension
I can
Door.
Dimension Door though.
Yes, you can.
So I don't get to hurt the Gribbly boys, but I can get my buddy out.
Aww.
Yes, you can. One creature of your size or smaller who's carrying gear up to his carrying capacity. We don't do encumbrance, so that's fine. But yes, you can take Victorious out to within like any direction 500 feet.
Right. We'll go with the rest of the party. So like over here. I see said druid on his back.
You'd be Bob there. You do see said druid on his back, but you do see one of the.
I end up there, or do I have to
no, you are in the position where you were left off, unfortunately. So you are there.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Rather odd turn of events. You know, I'm actually surprised that on combat I'm not the one on my back.
It's a weird.
Right, and is that you,
Combat?
Carolina?
Yep.
Yep, cool. Neftari, it's up to you in initiative.
Okay, so when the branch snapped, did I lose concentration?
Oh no, you didn't take any damage, so no, you didn't lose concentration. So your sunbeam is still active, but you will need to use half your movement to get up to fire it off again.
Okay. And this creature next to me is halted, so it can't attack. if
It
I'm
can't
not
attack,
attacking.
but it's still an enemy within, like a hostile within melee, within 5 feet of you. If you fire your sunbeam, it would be like advantage on the saving throw. This
So
this close.
I intend to move to there.
Yeah,
Free movement.
yeah. Let me double check command here. Let's see. Doesn't move and takes no actions, so no, it can't react. So you can get up and move as you see fit. Go for it. Where are you moving to?
Let's get these two bad boys in line because they're getting the sunbeam.
Okay, so you're just going like straight down like that, yeah?
Yep. Just like
All
that.
right, cool. So sunbeam. At what level was that at?
6.
Just at 6th level. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's minimum cast level of 6.
Yeah, con save of 15 for both of them. Cool. Oh, ouch. Let's see. Okay, the first one at point blank range, essentially point blank range, fails. Second one saves at the distance. Where did you go?
My screen just went black. What the hell?
Did you just delete your character?
Mm.
I think you just deleted your token. That's Tara. Right, give me a second. I'm gonna have to go to another. I'm gonna have to go to another page and copy you in, and then pop you back down so that I don't have to like add in all of your. So where would you have been? 5, 10, 15 feet. You would have been there.
I think that must be a Firefox thing because I was actually deleting some stuff on accidentally typed BBBB.
Yeah, but I think you've accidentally deleted yourself. So let me go ahead and apply your blue thing here again, so that you've got your Shield of Faith active. Go ahead and roll your 68 of radiant damage, and we'll go ahead and check their. Yeah, the first one saved, and the second one failed. So that's two, and then 1. So first one saves, only taking 10 damage. Second one takes a full 20 damage, dropping it down to that much health.
Is it blinded too?
The first one is blinded, yes. So we'll put that on it. So it has attacks made against it, I believe, are at advantage, or attacks made it makes are disadvantage. It's one of the two, or maybe even both. Let's double check here. Blinded. Creature can't see and automatically fails any ability check that requires sight. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. So yeah, no, I was right. Hey. Slowly I'm trying to memorizing all my conditions.
Awesome. It's nice when a 6th level spell acts like a 6th level spell. And doesn't
Yeah.
piss someone off.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I need to double check something here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. Right. Is that the end of your turn?
Unless I can use a bonus action to heal.
You can. I mean, if you've got your bonus action, from there, I would assume so. 20 feet. Yeah.
Oh, Vic took another massive chunk of damage.
Vic and Talar have taken some damage, so it's either or. It's up to you.
I don't know. Talar took a smeg load, but I can't remember. But so did Vic. So I'll healing word 3rd level on Vic.
Healing word 3rd level on Vic. So go ahead and roll 3d4 plus 2. Oh, that's a lot of ones.
Man.
Ouch, that is minimum healing, unfortunately, as you regenerate 5 HP, Vic. That's a lot of ones. Ouch. That sucks.
Hopefully they're all out the way now, and you'll just be natural 20s for the rest of the.
I mean, that was ones on
Yeah,
D4s, so I mean,
Miserable.
yeah, that was miserable. Right, is that the end of your turn?
He's still a bit winded from the attempted climb.
Yep.
Oh fuck! Actually, I'm gonna like if that is sorry, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. We're going to roll back 6 seconds technically, because Cliff needs to do something. Cliff will go bop to
Yay.
here, and let's go crunch. 6 plus 8 is 14. Yep, and a natural 20. Cool. This gribbly boy here is going to need to roll a dex save. Fails miserably, as I'm going to need to draw a. Let's go. Well, it's going to be brown, obviously. But let's go polygonal line. That'll do. As it goes up. No, I don't want it to be blue. I want it to be brown. Roll 20. Stop that. Goes so that'd be 5, 10, 15, 28, 25 feet. Damn it. Pop. There you go. So that little brown box, which is just there, is the tree that has been knocked over. What was it? What would that be? 10, 25 feet.
Cliff smash.
Cliff smash, and it will take 9, 13, 21, 24, 31 points of bludgeoning damage. Which one is that? Number 1. 31. That much health. As Cliff takes a chunk out of the tree, and the quadruped, not able to react fast enough, the large tree kind of drops down on top of it, doing quite a bit of damage to it and actually knocking it on its ass. So that one is now prone. So good job, Cliff. Moving on, just after Nethtare's turn, the werewolves act. Let's see here.
Good doggies. Good doggies.
You'll have to wait and see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet to there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet to there. The first one is going to strike out at the prone gribbly boy on the ground with 2 attacks. These are both at advantage. Yeah, bite and claw. Cool. So that is 14 plus 4. That's an 18. Oh, wait, no, advantage. 14 plus 4. Yeah, 14 plus 4 is 18. That misses. Just. And a 10, 12. Both attacks miss for this boy that was on the ground. The boy, a werewolf that's up at the top, is going to attack the other one. Advantage. 11, 15 misses. 3. And damn, these werewolves are not having any luck, as the quadruped that's prone on the ground manages to roll about, narrowly missing the attacks of the lycanthrope that's now looming atop of it. The blind one is, even though it can't really see, is managing to thrash around and avoid the strikes that are coming at it from the second werewolf. And it's going to be their turn. It moves on to his turn. He is halted. He can't act. Let me double check command here because I'm pretty sure only. See here. The target must succeed in wisdom on its next turn. Yeah, so it takes no actions. Bypasses that. Moves on to you, Temple. It's your turn.
I'm gonna size this boy up. What am I looking at here?
You are looking at how do I do this? It's is it Shift Z? Oh, that's what you're looking at.
Cool.
It is
Do I know what I'm looking at? A big
go ahead.
grizzly boy.
Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check at advantage since you've done research on demonic creatures. 14. Yeah, you've glanced over these because you've not really seen these kind of demonic creatures before. You've seen a lot of other demonic creatures, like the typical ones like Glabrazu, Balgura, like Mephits and all that sorts, demonic creatures and stuff. This one you've seen, but you've kind of glanced over, not really paying much attention to it. You know that this creature is named a Tanaruk. They're kind of like demonic orcs, large, medium-sized, bipedal with digitigrade legs, lots of spikes protruding from their like deep kind of like almost rain cloud, like storm cloud gray skin. Two deep black horns protruding from their skull with razor sharp teeth inside their maw. These are demons, you know that for a fact.
This one's wearing a bear and holding an ice cream. I don't really know what to make of that, but I'm pretty sure this thing is a demon, and you know what that means, kiddos. It's chopping time. I'm gonna chop, but let's have a quick look at that character sheet. Do we still have an active Shield of Faith on Neftari?
Yeah, you do, yes.
What's Neftari's health look like? Does it look like he needs that Shield of Faith? Or maybe someone else might?
Neftari, how, without being given exact numbers, how bad are you looking?
It's been worse. I mean, it took a bit of a battering, but
He's
quite tough to begin with. Really, he's thick-skinned and
he's
it
not.
can take-
Yeah, he's. You've seen him take a couple of hits, but he doesn't look like he's like extremely bloodied or anything like that. He's got quite a bit of fight left in him.
Can I see Talar from my current position?
Let's find out.
See her token.
Just and no more.
Okay, would that be enough to use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on Talar, hopefully to keep that concentration going on the balance?
Yep, absolutely. I'll go and sling that over just now. I can't remember why Talar had that yellow spot on her. What was she?
Is it to remind you that she's concentrating?
No, that wasn't that. She's had it from the start. I can't remember what it was, but it's fine. I'll just I'll take it off.
Is there some divine thingy that
I think it was something
do
that
on
she might have
herself?
been. It might have been something that she was preparing. I can't remember, but it's fine. We'll just keep going. So yeah, you cast your Shield of Faith on Talar. You that kind of like veil that you felt over your form, Neth'Tari, can you feel it kind of dissipate as you like that barrier that seemed to enhance your own protective capabilities seems to dissipate. You have your action and your movement, Temple.
Seeing as I haven't used my weapon yet, can I pick which weapon I drew at the start of combat?
I will say yes.
Okay, in that case then, I'd like to say I drew my Great Axe, which means I don't have my shield equipped.
Okay.
And I'm going to cleave him in twain.
Okay, go ahead and roll your first attack, normal attack,
Okay.
with your great axe of Frostbane.
Oh, this one's tricky, isn't it?
And exclamation point A space great, I'm pretty sure. It should work. There you go. Ooh, fuck.
Did I do it?
17 will miss, unfortunately.
Wow! Again!
Go ahead. Wait, well, hold on one moment. Yep, go right ahead. Roll your next attack. That's a dirty 20. That will hit. Go ahead and roll me a d6 of cold damage, please. 9
Okay.
plus 6. Number 3.
I'd like a divine smite as well.
Divine Smite, what level?
3.
So go ahead and roll me a d6. And 5d8. Wait, is it d8 or d10s? It's been that long. Divine Smite is that's
I
Divine
can't
Smite.
even find it.
Divine Smite is d8, yes. So that'll be so 2, 3, 4 plus improved is 5d8. Yes, go ahead and
Chop.
okay, so 17 radiant. So it's number 3. So 17 radiant and drops down to that much health. 3 cold drops down to that much health. And then your 9 slashing damage drops it down to that much health. As you strike out across this creature, it roars at you and swings down. It swings its greatsword at you, using its reaction. That is 12 plus 7. That's a 19 to hit.
Miss.
Miss. Cool. As you manage to bring up your the shaft of your great axe and deflect the great sword. Go ahead and roll me a d6. Six points of damage, dropping it down to that much health as the great sword slams down onto the shaft of your great axe. You watch as the cold magical energy flows from the shaft of your great axe down the creature's great sword and into its hands, and dealing extra damage on the attack. In anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Temple?
Yes, just taking a couple of steps around him. You shouldn't have come here. I'll end my turn there.
Cool. Victorious, it's your turn on initiative.
Okay. What to go for? I'm gonna skip round if I can.
Yep, go for it.
Round there. Sorry, round there to there to there to there to there.
Yep, that was a bit laggy on my side, but yeah, no, you can do that. Go right ahead.
And I am going to attack. Oh yeah, bloody hell! What's going on with this lag? And I'm going to attack with my short swords. Oh no, I'm going to use my bonus action to Hunter's Mark this thing.
Okay. Yes, it is marked.
And then I'm going to short sword attack.
All right, you get advantage on the attacks. It is blinded.
Why does it say it's not spelled right?
26 hits for 8 damage on numero dos. Dropping it down to that. Go ahead and roll your d8, Colossus Slayer. 3 drops down to that much damage. Go ahead and roll your d6, Hunter's Mark. 5, dropping it down to that much health. And go ahead and roll your d6 sneak attack damage. For another 6.
Yeah.
Nice. A lot of damage right there, dropping it down to that much health. as your first short sword strikes across it, opening up a large gash in its side. Go ahead and roll your second attack at advantage.
Didn't roll that advantage. Do that again.
Uh, 26 will hit for 9 points of damage, dropping it down to that much health. Go ahead and roll your d6 Hunter's Mark. 5, dropping it down to that much health.
Hacky.
And go ahead and roll. Wait, actually, let me double check this. Does sneak attack proc every time you have advantage?
I don't know actually. Hang on.
Let's double check your sneak attack. Once per turn, so no, you do not
Yeah,
get sneak
same
attack.
as Colossus.
Same as Colossus Slayer, yeah. Okay.
That's my turn.
Alright, cool, nice. A lot of damage done by Victorlus there. And with that, we move on to Talar's turn in initiative. Let's see what Talar's going to do here. Talar's going to use her action to disengage, and she's going to move 5, 10, 15, 28, 25, 30 feet to there, down by the stump of the collapsed tree. She's then going to use her bonus action for Healing Word. Actually, yeah, Healing Word. She's going to go for this at the 4th level. That's 4d4 plus 4. That is 4, 7, 8, 11, 15 points of healing to you, Coralina. As Talar kind of disengages from the creature that's thrashing around, has been blinded by the sunbeam, and just taken a strike in the side by Victorla. She takes the moment to disengage and run to cover before she utters a soft prayer to Tilun and kind of gestures her hand out towards you as a lavender-colored energy flows to you and begins to seal up some of your open wounds, Coralina.
All right, just 15, you said?
Actually, no. For you, in 20.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry, I forget about your periapt.
Mm-hmm.
You've been struck, actually. Sorry.
Yes, Coralina's been struck a couple of times. With that, because I'm in control of the character, it goes pretty swiftly, unfortunately. We move on to the start of the initiative round. We move on to the quadrupeds. Let me double check Sunbeam here, because I'm pretty sure they get to reroll the save for being blinded. They'll save blinded until your next turn, actually. So no, they're still blinded. Cool. So number 2 is still blinded. So number 1 is going to use half its movement to get up, turn to the werewolf, and is going to make a multi-attack against it. First werewolf, that is a 12, that misses, and the second one is a 15, 22. That, surprisingly, this one is actually hit for once. The tail stinger is actually hit for once, dealing 7, 9, 10, 11, 15 points of damage to number 1. 15 drops down to that much health. And the werewolf needs to make a DC 14 con save. Plus 2 to con. DC 14 con fails miserably, unfortunately. As the you watch as the the stinger pierces into the werewolf. The tip of the stinger on the tail actually breaks off into the upper clavicle of the werewolf and rapidly regenerates. And you can see a thick black ichor seeping from the wound of the werewolf, and kind of growls and howls out in pain as the werewolf has been poisoned. And I think it's paralyzed as well, actually. Let me double check this here. It's also paralyzed. Yes. The werewolf is also paralyzed. Let me go and give it that one, actually. It's paralyzed. Let me double check paralysis. I'm pretty sure that actually causes it to drop to the floor. So many conditions. Paralyzed. Creatures incapacitated and can't move or speak. Automatically fails strength and saving throws. Attack rolls against creature have advantage. And if the attacker is... If any attack that hits a creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. Oof. And is incapacitated, can't take actions or reactions. Yes. Oof. That's a bad one. The blinded one is going to roll a d2 and see who attacks. It's going to attempt an attack at the werewolf. The first attack, I'm not even going to re-roll. That's a natural 1. And the second attack is going to miss anyway because that was a 4 and a 5. I don't like this dice anymore. Yeet. Yes, I just launched it across the room because I don't like that dice anymore. Because I rolled a 1 and then a natural 1, so I didn't even bother re-rolling with disadvantage because it can't roll any lower than that. And then I rolled a 4 and then I rolled a 5. So
that'll all come back to you when you go to get a glass of water or something in the night and you tread on one of those d20s. It's on the floor.
Probably, and it's going to be as bad as a fucking Lego. So yeah, no, the werewolf manages to definitely.
At least it wasn't a d4.
Oh yeah, that's very true. Imagine one of them, those pointy bits sticking in your bare foot. But no, the quadruped lunges out at the werewolf, but being blinded by the sunbeam is completely unaware of where the werewolf is and misses completely. With that, we move on to the person who just disappeared from her chair for a moment, Coralina.
I'm here. That's why I keep a mini fridge nearby.
I know.
I need to do that.
I know, right?
That's why I just grab a nice big bottle to drink from throughout the session.
I've got enough space under the desk for a mini fridge.
Okay. So,
Oof.
what do I want to do? I will go ahead and use my last 3rd level spell slot because I'm out of 2 level spell slots to Misty Step.
Misty Step, yep. Where are you bamfing to?
Let's see, it's about 30 feet, yeah?
It is 30 feet exactly. Well, up to 30 feet, so you can bamf less than that, of course, but...
We'll go here.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm gonna do?
Apex Predator?
Is there enough of a clearing for that?
From
Always.
on who? Actually, question on who? Depends on who you're targeting. I definitely need to go and grab a T-Rex token. Definitely not drag it into my GM overlay and like.
No, we're good. Let's see. I'm just measuring here. Don't mind me.
Just remember, if brute force isn't working, you're not using enough of it.
I know, right? We'll save my spell slots for now, and I'll just attack with a cantrip. No, this is so... I'm going to go with Frostbite.
Frostbite. It's a con 20. You cause gnawing frost to form on one creature that you can see within range. Target must make a con saving throw and failed save. Target takes 1d6 cold damage, which is up to 3d6 cold damage at the moment, and it has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn. On what? The
On
quadruped?
big quadruped, please. Thank you.
Cool. So that is a con saving throw DC 20. I rolled a natural 20. So it saves. That on a failed save. It doesn't do anything on a success, does it?
No.
No. So it saved.
I
So
tried.
it does nothing, unfortunately.
I tried. Sorry.
You've got your movement.
I'll stick right here for right now.
All right, cool. And with that, moves down to Cliff,
Oh,
who's going to move. Who's
Oh god damn it!
Cliff
Jordan!
smash.
I'm on the wrong thing here. Moves 5, 10 feet to there, and is going to smash. That's a 4 and that advantage 11 plus 8. That's 19. I'm pretty sure that makes it. Oh, just makes it AC. 8, 1, 7 plus 5 is 12 points of damage to number 1. 12. Drops into that much health, and his second attack at advantage is an 11. That will hit. It's going to hit regardless. Yep. So it takes another another 2 of these. That's 3, 6, 11 points of. Wow, these guys have been getting like really like close to the same type of damage like constantly. Their health has been basically exact as we've been going through this encounter. That's kind of cool. All right, cool. With that, Cliff Smash, we move on to Nith-Tari. It's your turn in initiative.
Okay.
At the start of your turn, the quadruped before you, Victorless, is no longer blinded.
Having seen Coralina's frostbite fail, he looks over and raises an.
And sorry, does what? You cut out there.
He just looks over to Coralina and
He's sadly
raises an
judging.
eyebrow. You okay? He'd like to cast his sunbeam again through these two.
At least I can conjure things.
Oof. All right, so how are you doing your sunbeam?
Oh. Well, it would have to go to the right a bit so it doesn't hit the werewolf.
Okay,
so
let
it
me
goes to
double check
the
the sunbeam here. It's 5 foot wide, so let's see. Okay, you're not going to hit both of them. You physically cannot hit both of them. If you want to avoid hitting the werewolf, like the werewolves, you can only hit the first one. If you want to hit both of them, you may 60 foot long, so you will hit Cliff. You will also strike the 2 werewolves if you want to hit both of them. Otherwise, you're only going to hit one.
God damn it. It's Cliff. No, I don't want to hit Cliff. Right.
I can't see Cliff, so Temple can't be mad at you if you hit Cliff. I can't see him.
Yeah, you can't see a lot from where you are.
Yeah, the big fucking tree.
Yep.
I don't want to hit the werewolves either. They might not be friendly when these other creatures are dead, but for now we haven't actually hit them. Buggery bollocks. I'll just have to hit this first one then with a sunbeam.
All right, cool. Nith-Tari, con save of 15. It rolls a 2, so it fails. Go ahead and roll your 6d8 I think it was, yeah, 68 of radiant damage. It's going to be blinded once again, and takes. That's a lot of ones. 18 points of radiant damage. That's number 2. So 18 drops down to that much health.
Hey, how damaged do the people around me look?
Well, Corlina, Victorless, and Temple, in turn, please describe to Neftari how you guys are faring.
I've got a few cuts and scrapes, but I'm good.
I'm bleeding a bit, but still on my feet.
Just emotionally hurt.
Okay, let's try another. I think I've got a 3rd level slot. Or 4th level healing word on Vic. This time, let's not have them all one.
Yeah, go ahead and roll 4d4 plus 2 on Vic.
Only 2
Still
of
a
them are
lot.
ones.
Still a lot of ones. Just look at his face. Just look at his face. Regenerate 10 HP, Vic.
Appreciate it anyway.
All right.
Are you okay?
Is that going to be your
It's
turn?
got to be a record. It's got to be a record.
Yeah, that's got to be the lowest amount of healing someone's done in a combat encounter so far. All right, so if that's you, Nithtar, it's going to move on to the werewolves' turns. Let's.
DM, just random question here. Is Paladin the only class that can specify an amount of HP to be?
No, technically. Cleric can as well. They have. Oh, what is it? It's. I think it's just heal. Or
Of course,
something
I'm
like.
referring to Leon.
Yeah, lay on hands. Yeah, they've. I'm pretty sure cleric has a spell that they can distribute. Like a pool of healing around, like 2 creatures that they can see. But no, I do think there's I think there's a spell. I'd have to double check it, but otherwise, potentially you might be the only class that actually has a pool of health that you can just distribute amongst yourself or your allies.
That's all multi-class into Paladin and break this shit.
Depends if you've got the ASI to do so. I mean, you could all try, but if you've got the ASI to do so, yeah. All right. So, anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Nathari?
Oh, I'm good, thank you.
Yep. No, cool. So, moving on to the werewolves. The first one at the bottom is going to re-roll his con save to prevent himself from being poisoned. Itself from being poisoned. That's a natural 1, so it's still poisoned, paralyzed, and it's technically incapacitated. Number 2 is going to attack the quadruped that is blinded and marked. At advantage. Okay, that's better. That's a 19 on the first attack. And the second roll was a 3, so that's a 22 to hit. So the first attack will hit. I'm just rereading something here. And the second attack rolls a 2 and a natural 1, so it doesn't fuck up. But the first bite does hit for 1. No, for that one. For 10 points of piercing damage to the second one. Drops it down to that much health. And with that, we move on to the biped. The biped is going to move 5, 10 feet to here. And is going to strike at you, Nithtori. Let's see. That is an 18 to hit your AC. Misses. And the second attack. That rolled a natural 18, so that would be a 25 to hit your AC. Hits for 5, 10, 14 points of slashing damage. As it lunges out, and you just hear the gnashing of teeth just behind you. And as you can glance around, you kind of try and shift out of the way as the blade of the Tanaruk's greatsword just grazes across your shoulder, taking a chunk of flesh out of your shoulder, but otherwise doing not as much damage as it probably should do since it's a fucking greatsword. Other than that, the other two have been bamfed out of existence. Moves on to Temple. It's your turn on initiative.
Okay. Ooh. Got a couple boys to choose from here, haven't I? DM, would being in this position present flanking on the quadrupedal creature?
No.
I might go there anyway, though.
Silver crown, that's a wicked actually.
This quadrupedal chap, I'll be the one to ask the questions. What are we looking at here? Is this some sort of wolf scorpion?
Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check at advantage, and we'll find out if you know what it is. 8. You have no idea. You have never seen this demonic creature before in your life. So I need to...
Well, I think given that it's currently injured in some respect, is that blinded?
Yes, it is marked and it is blinded.
Aye, in that case, let's see if we can chop this chap up here. I'm going to step up to get that sweet-ass flanking burner,
Okay.
and I'm going to chop away at this guy.
All right, yeah, cool. Go ahead and roll your attack at advantage. Uh, 26 will hit for 10 damage. Go ahead and roll a d6 of cold damage. That's on number 3. Drops down to that much health.
With a first level Divine Smite, please.
Drops down to that much health. And go ahead and roll me 3d8 of radiant damage. Another 16 drops down to that much health as you bring your greatsword down upon it. Sorry, give me one moment. I need to double check something here.
No, I want a horizontal slash this time.
Yeah, horizontal slash. You managed to bring with 2 hands on the shaft of the great axe. You slash across. It tries to bring up its great sword to bear, but is unable to deflect the strike, and you take a large, deep gouge across its pectorals. With a roar and its reaction, it's going to turn around with its great sword and swing at you. Does a 24? Does a 24 hit your armor class?
Yes. Also, I'm still spinning. I'm making this a tornado temple attack.
You're doing a spin attack. Cool. That is
Yeah.
6, 12, 16 points of slashing damage to you as it rolled max damage on that. Nice.
Ouch.
Go ahead and roll your second attack at advantage, please. Uh, 15 will miss, unfortunately.
That's all this spinning. It's just I'm getting dizzy.
Slightly dizzy. You're wobbling on your feet, and you stop and look around like, letting the world stop and moving around you. The Tanrook just kind of dodging out to the side as your axe goes a little bit higher towards the Tanrook's neck, and it ducks out the way of narrowly missing you, decapitating it.
This seemed like a good idea at the time.
Oh, that is amazing. On an advantage roll to get 2 free.
Yep, that's how it works.
Cool. I'm going to use my movement, despite the dizziness, to stumble over to this position.
Yep.
Oh, good. There's Talar. I don't like not being able to see my friends. Hi, Vic. And that's the end of my turn.
All right, cool. With that, it moves on to Vic's turn.
Oh, key dokie. Goddamn.
What shenaniganery bullshittery do you have for me just now?
Yeah, I can see Cliff now.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna move round next to the werewolf,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna summon I'll use third level conjure animals,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna conjure 2 direwolves.
Under 2 direwolves. Cool.
And I am gonna put those bad boys
Just ping. Good.
right up, basically on either side of this
1 and
demon head.
2. Cool.
I don't think direwolves are bad boys at all. I think direwolves are good boys.
Direwolves are good
what-
doggos.
No, no.
Yeah.
All
They-
doggos are good doggos.
They're large beasts, I believe.
They are. Thank you.
Whoa.
Big doggos.
They're big doggos, yes. I can't change the border from like red to signify an enemy, so I'm just going to give them that little green dot to signify that they're allies.
Cool.
Jesus Christ, this has gone a bit hectic.
And I'll end my turn there.
And your turn there. Cool. With that, it moves down to Talar's turn in initiative. Let's take a look-see here. I don't think. Let me double check stuff here.
Just speaking out of game while you're doing that, I hope this
Yeah.
isn't. But this won't be metagaming because I'm not going to do it. But I really wanted to summon a saber-toothed tiger, but I thought it might scare the werewolves. But I really wanted to just go saber-toothed tiger.
Oh god, fucking Power Rangers reference? Really? You're not the fucking yellow Power Ranger. Shut the fuck up.
No, I'm Batman.
You're not Batman either. Right.
So are these 2 direwolf boys, Ace and Crypto?
No,
Like-
they're not.
Okay.
No, they're not. Okay, this is
There's
what
your
Talar is.
reference.
This is what Talar is going to do. Talar is going to expend a 6th level spell slot. Nithtari, you glance over to Talar. She kind of swirls her hands around in front of her and casts her fingers towards you, and you see a beam of light violet energy flow towards you and strike you in the chest. You clench, thinking that it's about that perhaps she's attacking you, but as it strikes you, you feel nothing but a soothing feeling course through your body as you heal 70 hit points to max. As Talar casts heal on you as an action. With moving on from that,
That was the most HP I've ever seen healed that wasn't a lay on hands.
Sorry, who did she cast that on?
Nithtari.
Cool.
70 HP. She just healed it once, and
Sweet.
then with that,
That's a hell of a spell.
she's going to expend a 3rd level spell slot. Actually, let me double check something here. Yeah, definitely in range. And expend a bonus action for a 3rd level healing word. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. Victorless, you regenerate 9 HP.
Cool.
We're actually going to miss Talar.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just not going to say anything. With that, she's not going to move anywhere. She's in cover, which is in range of everyone. Yeah, no, she's just going to stay where she is. With that, we move up to the top of the initiative round. We move on to the quadrupeds. So the first one here is going to turn to continue striking at the werewolf. Bring up its stat block here. This is definitely going to hurt this werewolf. That's an 8. So it's 15. That actually. Oh well. Advantage. Sorry. Okay, that one. Yeah, that one just hits. Ouch. That's 30. That's an unnatural 20. Both of these hit. It's poisoned, paralyzed, and incapacitated. Every single one of these attacks is an automatic critical on this werewolf. So it's going to take 4, 12, 19, 25, 26, 30, 40, 43, 47 points of damage. That drops it down to that much health. And then takes an additional 8, 14, 20, 28, 32. Ouch. Drops down to that much health. Jesus Christ, this thing practically half health it in a single strike because it's poisoned, paralyzed, and incapacitated. Advantage on attacks and automatic criticals. It's not looking good for that first werewolf. The second one here.
Well, the first werewolf is at the bottom, or
The first one is at the bottom, yes. It's that one down there.
Yeah.
The second quadruped is going to make 2 attacks at one of the. Oh, actually, okay, the first attack we're going to roll a d6, and we're going to figure out who it hits or who it attacks. Victorless, it's going to be at you. Let's see, 12, and then another 12 at disadvantage. That will be a 19. 19 to hit.
Yeah, just hits.
Oh, just hits. Okay. You take 6, 9, 13, 15, 19 points of piercing damage as it actually manages to, like, its head kind of, it takes a quick sniff of the air, turns to you, its head snaps to you and takes a bite at you. And then, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to be a D10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tempo is going to take a
No.
Go ahead and roll me a con save. Actually.
No, as soon as I summoned the.
Oh yeah, the
direwolves, I lost it.
yeah, conjure elementals. Conjure what is it? Conjure animals. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a con save anyway. How much damage did you take? 19.
19.
Sorry, not you, Temple. Vitorless. 19. Half of that would be so 10. Oh, damn. Ouch. Okay, so yeah, no, you lose concentration.
Mhm.
Your direwolves disappear. The spell ends. Now, Tempo. This next attack is going to be on you. This is going to be at just flat disadvantage.
They were such good boys.
12. So 19. 19 doesn't hit your AC, does it?
It does not.
It does not. Cool. As the quadruped kind of, after managing to latch onto Victorious with a surprise bite, it kind of lashes its stinger tail out, and you manage to duck out of the way and avoid being struck in the chest by its tail. With that, we move on to Coralina. It's your turn in initiative.
I would like to use my movement to Dio walk.
No.
No?
You can use your movement normally. You're not getting to Dio walk. Fuck off with your fucking JoJo's references.
It's okay. 'Cause
Okay,
no
right,
one
hold
knows
on.
What they are, so-
Where did you just move? Where did you just move from? Sorry.
I moved from right here.
From right here.
Right here. I was.
Or no, you were here actually. You were 10 feet away from the Thari.
Yep.
All right, cool. You're good. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Just
Okay,
double checking
good.
because don't want to break range. Don't want to break melee range, do you?
Of course.
All right. So what are you doing now?
I am priming a 7th level spell.
I don't
There's the-
like this.
There
Yeah.
is the. I'm invoking my surge of wind for the disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage on the save. Yeah.
I just walk up and I look at this big motherfucker because I'm only 5'3". I assume this fucker is taller than me. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's taller than you.
Get your fucking hands off my fucking druid. 7th level lightning bolt.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
A lightning bolt. Hold on.
It's a wizard's rage.
5 feet wide. Go and point out where you're blasting this thing, please. All right, Temple. I need you to go ahead and roll me a dex save, please.
Is this to absorb its power for my next
This
attack?
this is to avoid its damage.
okay.
The first one is rolling at disadvantage. That's a 17.
What am I doing?
Yeah, the first one fails. Roll me a dex save, just a flat dex save, and then the other one automatically fails because it can't see it coming. It's blinded.
Did I do wrong?
dex save. It's not rolling.
I feel like I did it right. Oh wait, I'm rolling in the wrong chat.
Well,
There
That
we
would
go.
much better. Thank you. Right. Bring us back to here. So dex save 12. You fail, unfortunately. Yes, you do.
What
You
am I
fail
pointing at?
miserably. You
What
fail
are you
miserably.
lighting
They
at me?
all
What am I lighting at?
they all fail miserably. You all fail miserably. Kayla, please go ahead and roll me 12d6 of lightning damage.
Do I receive enough damage that Neftari's hair stands on end?
Well, you take 48 points of lightning damage. This guy takes 48. Dropping it down to that much health. And which one is that? Number 2. Yeah, number 2 is 48. Drops down to that much health. As Coralina makes her statement, draws her hand back, and lets loose a brilliant flash of blue lightning that streaks through the air. Like, you watch as the lightning bolt kind of cascades straight up from her hands and then strikes down on the Tanaruk before
Tempo, seeing
cascading
what she's
straight
doing, just
forward.
cheers. I'm just cheering.
You
Yes!
you cheer, and then the bolt of lightning redirects and strikes you in the chest, passing through you and the quadruped behind you, dealing that full 48 damage to you. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Corlina?
no.
All right, with that, we move on to Neftari. It's your turn in initiative.
Wow, I like you when you're angry. I can't use a sunbeam at all, really, unless it's on this guy next to me.
Everyone, like, no matter what you do, if you cast Sunbeam where you are right now, you're imposing advantage on the save because you have an enemy within 5 feet of you.
If I break contact, it'll hit me.
He does have a reaction, so potentially, yes.
Just
This
shoot
enemy
Temple
next to
again,
me
it'll be
look?
fine.
This guy next to me, how does he look? Is he? He must be pretty smoked by now.
He is quite toasty. Looks like he's taken quite a bit of damage, but is still standing quite the thing. Seem to be quite resilient to damage.
I'm going to drop my concentration
Oh
on the
fuck!
sunbeam.
Yeah, Cliff. We'll get Cliff in a minute. Kayla, sorry, I keep forgetting about him. No, it's you. Go for it. I'm just trying to find my a different set of dice to use. So dropping concentration on Sunbeam. Yep.
I want to cast a 7th level Mass Cure Wounds.
Oh, okay. Give me 2 seconds. I don't want to drop my D4. I really don't want to drop that D4. Pop that over there and get rid of all of these different die bags and drop that Dragon Egg die bag down there. And 7th level Mass Cure Wounds.
Does Temple count as a construct?
No, he does not. He counts as a creature. That
If
would
you
be
get all
extremely
20s
broken.
If you get all 20s, you might even cure all our madness.
I highly doubt it.
Oh.
But no. If Temple were to count as a construct, no healing magic would work on Temple at all. So no, Temple as a warforged is a creature. So with that, go ahead and choose your 6 creatures.
Coralina, Temple,
Mm-hmm.
Victorious.
Mm-hmm.
Can I choose my? No, I don't need myself. And the werewolf as well next to Victorious.
Or yep.
don't think I can. Can I reach Talar as well or not?
Yeah, 60 feet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 60 feet.
You can reach Cliff.
Actually,
Reach
no,
Cliff?
no, 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 no.
Oh,
You
that
can.
poor doggo.
You
That
can.
poor
It's
little doggo.
you
He's
can
fucked
cast
up.
a you can, so you can cast a spell within 60 feet, but it has to be within a 30-foot radius. So let's see here. Draw shape alt. That'll do. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
So it says within 30 feet then.
Hold on. Let me
So you need like basically
me-
a 60-foot.
let
60
me
foot
figure this. Yeah, let me figure this out. 2 seconds.
thingy. I can't remember the word circle. For some reason.
Circle. Yes. Nope. I keep.
60-foot thingy.
I thought 60 foot.
That's a thingy. You've drawn a thingy there.
I've drawn a thingy. Yes. Get out of my way, please. Right. So that one. Nope. I don't want a square. God damn it! Roll 20. Stop fucking off. I want a circle. Stop it. A thingy. Alt and shift. So that's 5. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. That's your the circumference of your spell. So if you were to cast it like that, you could get anyone in the circle. So yeah, you can definitely hit anyone.
Right, everyone then. Mask your wounds.
So well, 6 creatures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've got 7. Yeah, only 7 friendly creatures at most in the circle. Actually, yeah, if you were to cast it there, you'd be able to hit everyone, including Cliffs. But it's 6 creatures, so you'll have to pick up to 6 creatures that you can. Up to 6 creatures in a 30-foot radius sphere centered on that point. Each target regains hit points equal to 3d8 plus your spellcasting. Well, 5d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier 2. So what are you targeting? Who are you targeting?
So the werewolf next to Vic was still fairly healthy, I think.
The werewolf next to Victorless is quite healthy. Yes.
Yeah, not that one, but everything else.
Okay, so Coralina, are you targeting yourself?
Nope.
Nope. All right, so Coralina, Temple.
Very noble of you, Neftari.
Coralina, Temple, Victorless, the poisoned werewolf, Talar, and Cliff. Yeah?
Yep.
Cool. Go ahead and roll me 5d8 plus 2, please.
I'm rolling that too.
No. It's
Just Neftari.
it's just Neftari. So, Coralina, Temple, Victorless, the poisoned werewolf.
Parapet.
Yeah, I'll get that in just a second. The poisoned werewolf, Talar, and Cliff all regenerate 16 HP. So let's do this. That puts Cliff back up to max. Talar regenerates. No, you don't have inspiration. 16 heal. The werewolf regenerates 16. Do that. And Coralina, for you would regenerate 42 HP.
Is there such a thing as overhealing?
No. You heal to max, and that's it.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn this time? That was your action. Still a bonus action.
Can I beast tide shift from a bonus action?
Yeah, you may go right ahead and do so. So use your shift. You gain an additional 6. You gain 6 temporary HP. Your AC goes up by 1. And where the fuck was it? Sorry, so you gain 23 temporary HP. and a bonus to a bonus +1 to your AC. Anything else you'd like to do? You've got your movement if you'd like to use it. No, just that.
Yeah, I'll go and stand next to Coralina.
Yeah, you can move there if you want. All right, cool. With that, we move on to the werewolf's turns. The first werewolf is going to roll his its con save and makes the save finally. Holy shit! It
Oh, we still need to do Cliff.
yeah, good point. So we'll do that just now. Cliff's going to strike out the gribbly boy. Advantage 21 hits, and let's see the second strike. Second strike misses, but Cliff is going to do 2d8 plus 5d8. There it is. 7, 8 plus 5, 13 points of damage to the first one. 17. Not much health. Cool. Now it goes on to the werewolves. Werewolf 1 makes the save of the poison, is no longer poisoned or paralyzed, and is going to strike out at the quadruped just below it at advantage. That's a hit on the first attack, and the second attack is another hit. Damn, nice. So it does 8, 10 max damage. 10. Oh shit, almost dropped my d4. So 10 plus 3, 13, 16, 17, 18 total points of damage to the first one. Drops it down to that much health. The second werewolf is going to do the same to the first one. It gets advantage because of the blindness. That's default hit, but check for the crit. Nope. And 10, 12, 16. No, so only the first one hits, which is a 4 for 6 points of damage to the second one, dropping it down to that much health. With that, move on to the this boy here, who's going to move to here. And is going to strike at you, Neth'Tari. First attack. That is a 25 to hit, so that one will hit. And the second one is a natural 20. So, you're going to take...
Oh, my AC was +2.
no, it was only +1. Because you're shifting.
Yeah, okay.
Because the Shield of Faith that was on you was moved over to Talar, so it would have been a +3, but it's now only a +1.
I didn't add the temporary.
Yeah.
HP.
Temporary HP is 23. 23. So you're taking 8, 12. 12. Ow. 18. Jesus Christ. 24. 28. Take max damage from that. Damn. 28 points of damage. 12 piercing. 16 slashing. From the Tanaruk's bite and greatsword attack. And then with that, Temple, it's your turn on initiative.
Yay! I'm gonna just take a little slide over here.
Yup.
And slashy this crocky boy here.
The Tanrook, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I'll remember that.
The advantage on the attack then, please.
Yay!
25 will hit for max 19 damage. Wait, 19 drops down to... Yep, go ahead and roll your d6 cold, please. Drops it down to that much. And using a Divine Smite.
Yes, please, at second level.
Second level, that'll be 4d8, please. Actually, no, sorry, 5d8. 5d8. So roll another d8,
Okay.
please. So 23, dropping it down to that much health. Taking a quick glance as you manage to strike out with your Great Axe Frostbane across this Tanrook, striking it in the back. There's a thick violet ichor pouring from a lot of its open wounds. You can hear its breathing is deep and quite ragged. Looks extremely badly hurt. Go ahead and roll your second attack if you're going to make it.
Yep.
Advantage again, please. Natural 20. Okay, right. So it takes
Holy mama.
19. Go ahead and roll 2d6. Drops down to that much health. And go ahead. You're using a Divine Smite?
Yeah, let's really make this a finish him. I'll use a second level.
Second level. Go ahead and roll me 10d8.
Oh my god.
It's a natural 20. Everything crits for an extra 36. That's a lot of ones. Yeah, you drop it to negative 31 HP. How do you want to do this? Describe your killing blow.
Uppercut.
Oh.
You offhandedly slash the first time, crossing across its shoulder blades, leaving a deep gouge, and it turns around to face you, and with the momentum you bring your great axe up, colliding at its groin and just tearing your great axe up through its body. You don't successfully cleave it in two. What, in fact, your blade doesn't go all the way through. What it does, it just cleaves it open, and like a book, its body just splits open, its innards spilling out onto the floor with a gurgling sound coming from its separated throat. It just drops to its knees and flops over onto the ground, a pool of purple ichor spilling from its corpse as it is dead.
The technical term for that is called a butterfly.
Is that a technical term, or is that something you've actually
Yes,
just
it's
made
when
up?
you-
Yeah,
it's
like
when
a
you cut off-
butterfly
no, it's-
prawn, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't eat prawns. I think they're disgusting. So
Butterfly chicken.
You do it with meat.
meh.
No, cover Cliff's eyes. He's too young to see these horrible things.
Okay. Anything else you want to do on your turn, Temple?
No.
All right. With that, Victorless, it's your turn in initiative.
Fuck it, inspired by the bloodbath that's just been shed by Temple, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna short sword this bipedal thing up in front of me.
Quadrupedal thing. Yep. Go ahead and roll your attacks.
Quadrupedal, yeah, 4.
Yeah, it's got 4 legs. Well, it's
I'm
on
not
4
doing
legs.
English well.
No, you're not. Go ahead
Can't
and
remember what a circle is.
advantage. Remember, 27 will hit. Go ahead and roll your d6 of sorry, d8 Colossus Slayer and d6 sneak attack, please. And this is number 2. So 6, 12, 23 points of damage. Drops down to that much health. And your second attack, please. 27 will hit for max damage of 12. Drops it down to that. And that's it.
Bonus attack, offhand strike.
Yep, go ahead and roll your attack at advantage. You don't get any bonus to your damage or anything like that. This is just flat damage.
Yeah.
Max damage anyway for 6 damage on a 22 does hit. Very nice. As you manage to, like, seeing and inspired by the fountain of purple ichor that's just sprayed Temple down, you strike out at the side of this quadrupedal creature multiple times, digging your short swords deep into its gut. A strange lime green ichor now freely flowing from the open wounds that are on its side. The creature is actually hunched over on 2 of its legs. It looks to be wincing and whining in pain. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, I'll stay right where I am.
Alright, cool. With that, we move on to Talar's turn in initiative. Talar.
Oh, sorry. The one thing I did want to do,
Yeah.
I did want to shout to Talar, heal that werewolf. And that, yeah,
Okay.
that's all. That's all.
Okay. She's going to use her first 5th level, one of her 5th level spell slots here to do cast Healing Word. 5d4 plus 4.
Isn't it strange how you think of something for so long that when it comes to
5.
your turn, you go, oh, I forgot about that thing.
7, 8, 9, 13, 16 plus 4 is 20 points of HP, bringing it back up to that. The werewolf that was poisoned, the one down at the bottom, is actually starting to actually looks all right, and it kind of glances over to Talar, even though it's got its fangs bore on its face. As you guys kind of glance around and take a look at it, it actually has a look of recognition and gives a subtle nod to Talar before turning back to the quadruped just below it. Breaking up her movement and her actions and movement, Talar's going to take 1 step down, and with a second her second 5th level spell slot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're doing it all. I'm contagious.
She is going to cast a guiding bolt at 5th level at the bottom gribbly boy. That's a natural 20. That's going to be where's my phone? I don't have my phone here. Fuck, I'm gonna have to count this manually. That's going to be 12. Sorry, 16 d6. Actually, no. I'm just gonna do it here. Or 16 d6 for 64 points of damage. Look at all those 6s. 64 points of damage to the second. Holy shit! Dropping it down to that much health. God damn, she just almost wiped this thing out. And I'm going to give it a nice pink dot as the next attack against the quadruped that is down below has advantage. As Talar lets go a flash of violet divine light as she streaks out a guiding bolt towards this creature. It cracks it in the side of the face. It kind of blinks rapidly a few times and is emitting a soft glow. It looks to be very badly hurt. With that, we move up to the quadruped's turns. The quadruped at the bottom is going to first attack the werewolf in front of it. Missing on the attack. And then with its stinger, kind of glances over its shoulder and lunges out with its stinger at Talar. Oh, fuck. That is a natural 19. So that will hit Talar, and it is going to do It's only going to do 2d8 plus 4 damage. So that's 8, 12, 16 points of damage to Talar. 16, not 126. 16 points of damage to Talar. Talar now must make a DC 14 con saving throw. Okay, so she passes the con save for the poison, which is really good, because that would have fucked you guys up. But she now needs to make another con save. Okay, managing to, with the stinger piercing Talar in the shoulder and breaking off, leaving this thick black ichor flowing down her shoulder. You watch as Talar quickly reaches up, grabs the stinger, and wrenches it out of her shoulder before the poison can take effect, and then just takes a deep breath and focuses, managing to just maintain control of her banishment. With that, move on to Coralina. It's your turn in initiative.
I'm gonna continue with my onslaught of violence.
Of course.
Yay!
What are you going to do now?
Well, let me play stupid as a wizard for once.
Stupid.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a wizard rage. I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
lightning bolt. I'm gonna lightning bolt this fucker again.
Yeah, what level?
Let's make bad decisions and say 6th.
6th level. Alright, cool. It needs to make a dex save. Of 20. It rolled a natural 1. Yay! It definitely fails. Go ahead and roll your 11d6 of lightning damage, please.
Yep.
$34 points of damage to numero dos. Do you want to describe your killing blow, please?
Still like reeling from like the adrenaline of already like nuking somebody at point blank range with a lightning bolt. I kind of just go at it again, and it just like nukes it from like the core of it, and it just like it splits out and eviscerates the fuck out of it.
Okay. Yeah, as it kind of like lashes around to you, you let loose the lightning bolt. The lightning bolt actually striking clean into its maw, flowing through all the way down the tail. You watch as its limbs go rigid as the current of lightning energy flows through its body. Its pincered tail sticking out perpendicular with the floor as the stinger itself like basically explodes in black ichor as the lightning streaks off into the distance. You watch as the lightning courses down through its body, the form of the creature becoming completely rigid before there's a popping noise as its gut erupts outwards, a lime green ichor spilling out onto the ground before it flops over to the ground and perishes.
And I look at it and go, down.
Alright, you've got your bonus action and your movement. Would you like to do anything else, Carolina?
Cliff needs to smash.
Cliff does need to smash, but are you doing anything else? That's what I'm asking.
No.
No, you're not. Cool. Right, so Cliff is going to make the his attacks at advantage. Almost dropped a d20. That was an 11 and another 11 plus 8, 19. Just makes the AC. For 2d8 plus 5, that is 1. And a 2, that's 3 plus 5, that's 8 points damage. Drops it down to that. And then makes Cliff's second attack. That is a 15. And a natural 20. I like these gold die. So that's going to... Oh, I wonder if Cliff actually smashes. Let's see. 6. 10. 18. 23. Plus 5 is 28. You watch as the quadruped kind of turns around and looks at Cliff, who just kind of brings both of his fists together. The rock of his fists actually melting together to make one large chunk of rock as he just brings it down on the quadruped's skull, caving it in, crushing it onto the floor. And you watch like think stepping on a tube of toothpaste or something. It just erupts out in all directions, scattering across the floor with a sick lime green coloured ichor with its brain matter going all over the place before Cliff just lifts his hands up and you see these sticky tendrils of brain matter, blood and gore just kind of slowly peel apart and snap as Cliff lifts his fists, separates his hands together. Just With that, we move to the werewolf's turn in initiative. The werewolf immediately next to you, Victorious, just kind of turns and looks at you. Growls before with a huff. Turns away, and both 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Both the werewolves turn and dash away. Into the cave structure. And with that, we're out of initiative, and we're going to call it there for this evening. Oh, look at Kayla's face. So disappointed. I know, I'm sorry. With the combat going on a little bit longer than I'd expected it to. Whoa. Evelyn, you're lagging really badly. Yeah, there you go. We can hear and see you now.
I need to make a GIF of that. Hang on. Roll it back.
Roll it back, yeah. But yeah, it's quite a short one, and I do apologize for that. But I've prepared for the combat encounter, but I've not actually prepared for anything after this. So, wait, yeah, that one's dead. So we are going to call it there for this evening. We will continue on next week, hopefully without any interruptions. I do believe I have the day off next week, so everything should be fine and dandy for that. But before we head off, does any of my players have any comments, questions, concerns, anything? How did you enjoy that session? I know it was pure combat for the most part, but did you enjoy that?
I've made
Yeah,
terrible
I was-
decisions as a wizard.
I was so disappointed I didn't get.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Show
good
me,
to
reflect
reflect
on
on
it.
it. It was
I
good
have
to
only a
reflect on
5th level. I only have one 5th level spell slot left and 2 1 level.
And that's it.
Yeah.
got some fifth level.
Yeah, well, you guys are almost practically completely spent with like you've blown most of your arcane load already. So you guys are gonna have to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a couple of slots left.
Couple of slots, but yeah, you guys are you're surprisingly coming out with that quite all right. But you know, we'll have to wait and see what happens next week.
Can't believe my doggos. Just
Yeah.
they came and went. It
You
was like,
came and went
I can
instantly.
do this magic thing. Look at me.
I
Summon
can
animals.
summon creatures
Yeah.
too, and they're gone. It's like, that's not fair. But no, that encounter would have been so much more difficult with Talar not actually. If Talard, point out, Talar, after taking the damage, successfully managed to save the poison, had to roll a con save to maintain concentration on the banishment. She needed to roll a 10. She rolled an 11. So here's she rolled a 9 with a +2 con to her save. So she rolled an 11 and just made the save. She didn't have any con modifier. she would have dropped concentration on banishment, and you'd have like the other two two small boys to deal with as well. But that probably would have changed the outcome of the fight. But
Can we
anyway,
point out the real
Those
MVP
small
here?
guys.
Cliff.
Cliff, my boy.
yeah,
He
Cliff
started the match by punching a tree and then just unstoppable from that point.
dropped a tree on top of the quadrupedal creature, which out of game. Its name is a Shusuva. So dropped a tree on the Shusuva and then caved its fucking skull in.
Woo!
And what did you say there about the small boys? That's right.
Oh, what was the HP on them? They were tougher than I thought. I thought they're only small. They've got swords. They're just easy. We'll leave those till last. But it actually took a hell of a lot of time. Like that.
Tanaruk are at we're at 195 HP.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And
it was-
the Shusuva were at 210 HP.
Ouch.
Yeah, they've got a lot of health.
I assumed the big ones were going to be the tough guys, but they would. Yeah.
Actually, the smaller boys, they were the tougher of them. They only had 15 HP less than the big ones, but they also had magic resistance, so they have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. The big ones, they don't have that.
I just figured if those things have got spiky tails, then the magic users cannot afford to be paralyzed and poisoned.
Yeah.
So I just kept trying to engage the big one next to me,
Yeah.
so that hopefully they would attack me rather than them. And I didn't get poisoned or paralyzed
Yeah.
somehow.
It's because 90% of the attacks they made with their tails fucking missed. God, I
It
really
was
need
good
to get.
tactics, though.
I
It was
need to
good.
see about getting like a nice.
Everyone seemed to know what they
heavy
were
set of
doing for
dice.
once. It was good.
Super
Yeah,
dope.
because I'm not going to say anything. Anyway, with that, we are going to call an end to tonight's session. So we are going to disappear here. Thankfully, before we actually disappear, a small announcement. Every single prior session that has been streamed is now live on the YouTube channel. We are fully up to date. Session
Hurrah.
23, last week's session, 2 weeks ago's session, is now live on YouTube as of today. This session will be downloaded and be worked on tomorrow for upload onto the YouTube on Tuesday, and that should hopefully be how it goes from this point going forward. Play the game on Sunday. The session gets downloaded, edited, and rendered on Monday to be uploaded on Tuesday. Anyway,
It's official. Our faces are taking up space on the internet.
yeah, I mean, they were doing that. They've been doing that for, 24 weeks at the very least, anyway. I mean, this is the 24th session, so... Or, well, no, because we've only been base camming for, 4 or 5 sessions now, if that?
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, a few weeks. Anyway, with that, we are going to call an end to tonight's session. We hope you have all enjoyed, and we'll see you again next week, adventurers. Bye-bye!
Batman.
You're not Batman! Shut the fuck up!